Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. And let's go ahead and get into today's set. So for today's set, I'm using my 3XL nails that I got off Amazon. I absolutely love these nail tips. The length is everything. I applied them using a peel off today because I do not plan on keeping these nails on. Today I'm using NailHoliday's Happy Gel Eternal Beige, which is a polygel for those that don't know. Um, and yeah, so I'm jumping right in and I'm starting with my base gel on my nails as normal. The base gel is something that's needed for your natural nails just to protect them, but also give the polygel something to hold onto. And then I also put it over the tip of it just to give it a bit more strength, being that I do have that peel off on it as well. And then I'll cure it for 30 seconds. So the set is going to be a full basic set. So for this year, I'm starting out really basic for those that may be new to the channel or maybe joining my channel just off of this video. We're going to start basic with coloring of polygel just so you can get a natural and feel of what to do before I jump into my ombres again or my marbles again. We're going to start basic. So all of my nails will be with this eternal beige, and I am doing a full nail, as I just said. So I'm doing what is called a two-beat method. I took the first bead and I started it from where the nail tip and the natural nail meet, and I squeezed it down to the free edge. You don't want to put too much, but I'm pretty good at gauging what I need. I did put a bit much because I ended up being able to cover my whole nail with this. But my technique is I'm using 91% alcohol. I dip it in my polygel brush and I first pat the polygel all over the nail. So making sure it touches all my sidewalls and my free edge. And then I dip back into the alcohol and I just smooth everything out. Nice and smooth. Um, with polygel, you have so much time to work with it that you do want to make sure you're taking your time just to smooth out all the lumps and bumps that may be in the polygel. That way, when you go to file, shape, and buff, you don't have much filing, if any, to do. Because sometimes you can do a pretty good application to where you really, you're not really filing anything. You're just, I guess, crisping it up a bit, but it's not so much of a file. Now, with these nails, I didn't do such a good job because this is my first time in a while doing polygels on 3XL nails. And yeah, I wasn't rushing, but I also wasn't really paying attention. So I kind of turned my nails to the side on some of them to make sure it was flat, but on others, I, just used my top view and went with it. And you always want to make sure you look at a side view of your nail to see the profile, to see how it's looking and make sure everything is nice and smooth. Um, so once I get everything into place on the nail, I do a 30-second cure. Now, you should do a 60-second cure because that's what's recommended, but 30 seconds has always worked for me, so I will continue to do 30 seconds. At a point, I started going back to the 60 seconds, but again, really didn't see the need because the lamp that I have, it cures in 30 seconds, so I'm good to go there. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up this now, and then I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. So I'm basically just repeating the same thing over all of the nails. I'm gonna go in with my two bead method, applying the first bead starting where the tip and the natural nail meet to the front edge, and then I'm going to go ahead and pat that into place, make sure it's smooth enough, and then I go in with my second bead by the cuticle and I smooth that into the first bead. So it's, to me, it's basically like an ombre. So when I do an ombre, you'll see what I mean, the two bead method. But the reason why I use the two bead method is because polygel is really sticky and I do not like to feel anything sticky. So I don't know. I feel like doing the whole nail sometimes, depending on the polygel now, because every polygel has a different consistency. Like this Eno Couture polygel here that I'm using now, the consistency is really soft. So I feel like if this was to sit too long, it would run. And that is where I would start to feel the stickiness that I don't like. So that is why I feel like the 2 bead method is really useful, because I can kind of do the first bead in a quick enough state, and then get that cured, and then go in with that second bead just to make sure everything is nice and, you know, good, and I don't feel anything sticky. I do feel like this particular polygel is very nice though. I love Nail Couture's polygel. It's just a bit too soft for me. But I use it a lot because I do like it. I'm not gonna fret. Um, but yeah, so that's one thing to watch out for with polygels. There's different consistencies, and your body heat will make a change in that as well and make it kind of runny. So I like the 2 bead method just because I keep everything kind of separated. And then I also like it because my second bead, my cuticle bead, I like to use the polygel that I squeeze out and keep it kind of thick like you see here now, and go around it. So I fix the cuticle, then I blend it in, but the middle of that bead I put on, I keep it high so that it is now creating my apex, and I don't have to go in with anything extra. So I found when I used to do my full nail with the polygel, of course I would have to go in with a second layer, and for me that's just wasting polygel. So I feel like the 2 bead method is also really good just to kind of conserve your polygel. And like I said, you with the 2 bead method, if you're doing it right, you can make an excellent apex with that second bead, and you're set to go. That nail is done. So I decided to leave my thumb out just because I want to start using my thumb maybe for reels and TikToks, just to kind of see if I can get more engaged on Instagram and on TikTok. But this is how the nails are looking directly after application, and I did okay. I can say I did okay. It looks really nice. They're all together. And then this is how it looks after being file shaped and buffed. And this is where I really didn't like it. So I'm using a peel off. So when I do my filing, shaping, and buffing with my peel off, I try to be very careful just because I don't want the nails to pop off while I'm doing it. Now, with these particular ones, I definitely could have filed as normal just because they were so strong. Like, I couldn't even get them off afterwards. I was kind of nervous because, the 3XL nails, and I don't got time to be sleeping with them and something happened. Like, I wanted them off. So it was pretty tough. And I actually could have did a better job at filing, but with me not knowing, I just did a minimal file. But now I'm going into all of the nails with a layer of matte top coat because I'm going to start in with some nail art. So for my first nail, I'm using this white Kusa gel liner and this Madame Glam gel polish by the name of Aloha. And so today I'm doing a character set. I'm doing Toy Story. So I've seen this design going around and around, and I've been wanting to try it. I just, you know, I don't know. I had other things going on, other ideas. Sorry, something hit me. Other things going on, other ideas. So I just kind of left it on the back burner. And I know we're still in the winter season, but I am really done with winter nails. Like, not saying I'm done, I will do more, but I just wanted to take a break from winter nails. So I decided I'm going to do a character set because, like, why not? So I'm starting in with Aloha, and I'm creating a French tip on my index. And I use my T method that I learned from Vanity Val. It is so helpful, and you always get a really great French. So I used the brush and went across the nail to define where I wanted my smile line to end. I made a line in the middle of the nail just so I know where the center is, and then I took the lines to make the smile line from that center line just to go around and make a very nice smile line. So now I'm using the actual brush from the gel polish and I'm filling in the rest of this nail. I'm going to do a little bit of extra like touch-ups around the smile line, and then I cure it for 30 seconds, and off camera I do a second coat curing that for 30 seconds as well. So for this finger, I'm going in and creating clouds with the white Kusa gel liner. This is going to be his wallpaper. So if you've seen Toy Story, he has a wallpaper, like a sky wallpaper, and this is what this nail represents. And I love how this nail came out. Once I got my cloud set, I did cure for 30 seconds. So the next nail is going to represent Buzz Lightyear, and again I'm doing a French. So for this one I went a bit too high, and it was just because I had to make like 2 other lines underneath the actual fringe, so I didn't know if I should have kept it at the same level. So this is the only nail I can say I really didn't like, but I'm using a Born Pretty neon green gel for this one, and I did 3 coats of this to build up the opacity because it was pretty sheer. After I got the 3 coats on, I'm now going in with a Born Pretty purple gel. And I'm sorry I didn't show them. I thought I did, but I'll link them down below. But the purple gel I'm going right underneath that green gel with, and then underneath this purple one, I'm going to go under that with the white Kusa gel liner. And this nail will pretty much be set as far as the nail art goes. So all of the nails will be French tips. So this next one is, I'm using my Kusa white gel liner, and this is going to be the nail that represents Jessie. And I'm basically just doing a white French tip with the cow print on it to represent Jessie. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And again, I'm going to this year do my shout outs and thank everyone that watches my videos. I appreciate you so much. This year, can we do a better job at watching them to the end, because it definitely helps your girl out. And I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to accomplish so much more in 2023. So if you know anybody that may like my video, please go ahead and share my video so they can come over and show your girl some love. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. I see you, I appreciate you, and I thank you so much for joining the family. It means a lot to me. And if you've been subscribed, then you already know what time it is. You guys are just so loving and supportive and motivating, and I definitely appreciate you guys, and I'm so happy to still have you here for 2023. I have so much in store, so many things that I would like to do and try, and I'm just happy that you guys are all here for that journey, and I love you guys so much. Okay, so I did show it. So this is the Born Pretty neon green I use. It's BPMC01. And then I'm also going to go ahead and show you the purple that I used from Born Pretty as well. And this one is BP111. So now, also for the next nail, I'm using Madam Glam's Sundays. This is like one of my favorite yellows. And then I'm also using Madam Glam's The Strip. This is also a very nice deep red that I like from them as well. And so we all should know just from those 2 colors what the next nail will be. So it is going to be a French, a yellow French, but we are incorporating Woody. Woody is one of the main characters of Toy Stories. And again, I love Toy Story. In my household, we watch Toy Story about every day. And not just one, but we watch all 4. So it's something I know pretty much by heart. I love Toy Story. I think I want to do this again, but with different characters, because there's more than obviously just these characters. But yeah, I'm creating that French, and then I'll go in with the red and create his lines that are on his vest. So let's get into something real quick that kind of bothered me, and it was from a content creator here on YouTube. And no shade, because I support. I'm definitely going to go back to my regular schedule where I used to watch everyone's videos all the time this year, because I'm going to have more time. Towards the end of the year, I did it. But one thing about me is when I touch your video, if I comment, I have watched every piece of your video. I don't comment before the video is over. Okay. But what I've been noticing lately is that people will come to my video, and there's a new feature on YouTube where you can put a timestamp on what you watch the video to. So my video posts at 9. At 9:06, you're putting a timestamp for 17:06 and saying you like my set. I appreciate you liking my set, but at the same time, I feel like it's really disrespectful for you to say that you've actually watched my video and you like my set if you've never watched the entire video. Now, you can say you like my set because you can go to the end and see what it looks like, or look at the thumbnail and see the picture, or however. That's fine. I appreciate those of you that do just that. I appreciate it. But don't put a timestamp on it if you know you haven't watched it all the way to the 17 minutes or the 15 minutes or how many ever long minutes. I feel like that's really offensive, and especially for you to be a content creator. And I'm not saying this for anyone not to watch anymore. Like, I still appreciate you. I will appreciate your comments. I will appreciate anything. I just don't want to be looked at as a fool, because we have YouTube Studio. We can look at the analytics and stuff, and it tells you more details than you think it does. But I know for a fact that there is a person that's doing that on my channel, and I appreciate you for liking my sets. I really appreciate that. But, like, please don't put a timestamp. If you're going to just say, what a nice set or a beautiful stamp, thank you. I appreciate that. But if anyone is watching, no one is dumb. You did not watch 17 minutes of my video and then like the set. You fast forwarded my video and then saw what it looks like to be able to say that you like it. But I appreciate you either way. I just feel like, as you being a content creator, you should know better than to do that, because I would never do that to you. Any video that I've ever watched of yours, I watched in entirety. My rant is over and we're back into the set. Alright, so now we're finishing up, and I'm just top coating over all of the nails. And for this set, I kind of wanted to take it to a different level, because this is where the set pretty much ends. It's just, your typical fringes with the different things to represent the characters. But I love bling, and I want to use it a bit more this go round this year, because I do a lot of sets where I do like stuff that it's pretty simple. You don't have to, fondle with that with that bling, because sometimes it is tedious. But I did want to add a little extra onto the nails. So I'm going to go in here to the index, and I'm just going to add a nice rhinestone placement by the cuticle. And I'm using these really light blue rhinestones for this particular nail, and I absolutely loved how this rhinestone placement came out. When you apply rhinestones, you definitely want to use rhinestone glue, but because I knew it was coming right back off, I just used the top coat, and then I cured it for 30 seconds once I got it exactly how I wanted it. So for Buzz's nail, you're supposed to put like a red dot at the top is what they did. But instead of putting a red dot with gel paint, I just used a red rhinestone on this nail here, and then I did cure that for 30 seconds. On Jesse's nail, I applied in some black small rhinestones right in between all of the cow print and cured that for 30 seconds. And then on Woody's nail, I applied one rhinestone star for his sheriff's badge on this nail, and I thought that was really, really cute. And off camera, I applied cuticle oil, and I'll be back in just a moment with the final set. And here is the final set. I think they came out super cute, super adorable. I like how the bling kind of brought it out a bit more. And I wish I would have went down a little more on the Buzz nail, but it's okay. I still like how they look. And this length is just absolutely amazing. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this character set. I know you may have seen it before, but this is my rendition of it, and I absolutely love it. Again, I don't mean to offend anybody with the rant that I had, but I just felt like I needed to say what I had to say just because even if you come and say you like my set, I do appreciate you so much. That's enough for me. I love the comments, but just don't make me think you've watched my whole video, please. And if you're not yet subscribed, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit your post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next one. Remember to be the best you that you can be, and much love to you all.